So let's talk about something that's been quietly creeping into every corner of our lives, from our cars to our coffee makers. It's this idea called the friction economy. And it's the real reason why the simple gadgets you own are suddenly getting so demanding.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. See, it used to be that you'd buy a product, and that was it, transaction over. But now, the goal is to get your constant attention, turning a simple tool into this ongoing and frankly kind of needy relationship.
To really get our heads around what this means, we need an example. And oh boy, does the source material have a brilliant and slightly terrifying one for us. Let's talk about the engagement toaster.
Say hello to the Fluid Fortune Breadgate. I mean, the name alone tells you pretty much everything you need to know, doesn't it? This isn't just a toaster, it's a gate to, well, let's find out exactly what.
Okay, so what are its features? Get this. It has 64-bit encryption, to protect your super secret toast settings. It needs a mandatory 5G uplink at all times. And you might notice something's missing. There's no lever. Instead, you get a camera lens staring right back at you.
And here it is, the big catch. You're standing there, hungry, you just want some toast. But to actually unlock the heating coils, you first have to watch a 30-second ad.
But wait, it gets so much better. That camera isn't just for decoration. You have to keep eye contact with the ad. If you blink, the timer resets. Yeah, you heard that right. Your breakfast is literally being held hostage by your own attention span.
It's just completely absurd, right? But this question, why on earth would anyone build something like this? That's the question that gets us right to the heart of this whole new economic model. So let's actually put a name to this madness and define what the source material is calling the friction economy. So here's the deal. In this kind of system, a product that just works seamlessly is actually seen as a failure. Why? Because if it's too simple, the company can't keep interacting with you. That smooth, easy act of making toast is now seen as a missed opportunity for what they call engagement. The end game here is pretty clear. They want to monetize your breakfast. They demand your engagement so they can collect data, things like your crust preference profile, which then gets packaged up and sold to somebody else. In this model, you're not really the customer anymore. Your data is the actual product. Now, this whole Breadgate thing, it might seem like a funny, over-the-top joke. But here's the scary part. This pattern of engineered annoyance, it is showing up everywhere. Let's look at how this satire is quickly becoming our reality. Okay, so on the one hand, the source imagines this satirical software-as-a-service air purifier. If your payment fails, it starts pumping a wet dog scent into your house. Sounds crazy, right? Well, until you realize that in the real world, BMW is already putting heated seats, the physical hardware that's already in the car you own, behind a monthly subscription. And here's another one that's just as telling. Imagine a cloud sync umbrella that won't open in a rainstorm because it can't connect to a server. It's a joke, but it's also the daily reality for countless smart devices. The second a company's servers go offline, that expensive gadget you bought just becomes a useless paperweight. So, is this it? Are we doomed to a future of constant nagging annoyances from our own devices? Well, the source material proposes a kind of hero for this story, an alternative, in the form of a very gruff, no-nonsense AI. Meet Wozbot. Now, this AI represents a completely different philosophy. Its whole purpose is just pure utility, not surveillance capitalism. It's a tool that's designed to serve you, not a double agent that's designed to report on you. And this quote from the Wozbot persona just cuts right through all the corporate nonsense. A toaster with an API? Give me a break. But these last lines are just perfect. If your bread needs a firmware update, you aren't eating toast, you're eating a liability. Pull the plug. It's just this powerful, simple call for things to just work. All right, so from engagement toasters to straight-talking AIs, what's the big takeaway from all this? What does it actually mean for you and me? And here is the fundamental shift, the thing you really need to understand. The goal is to transform every single product you own into a platform for extracting more and more value from you. The customer is slowly but surely being turned into a simple collection of data points to be bought and sold. And that leads us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Just take a look at the technology you use every single day. Your phone, your car, your TV. Which one of them has stopped being just a simple tool and has started demanding something from you? What is the engagement toaster in your life?